Hi everyone, in today's short how-to video I'm going to show you how to make a coloured wax. So I have painted this piece here in premium chalk paint. I've used a few different base colours and then I'm going to layer on some coloured waxes so we get lots of age and depth and movement. So when you use chalk paint, premium chalk paint, you do need to seal it with lacquer or wax. That gives it strength, makes it wipeable and more durable. The really cool thing about the Artisan Company is that you can make coloured waxes using their clear wax and their chalk paint. So this is not usual for most brands. It's one of the only brands that can do it and gives you lots of creativity, and you can really create your own bespoke piece of furniture. So I will show you how to make a coloured wax. It's really simple, and then how to apply it, and then show you the full finished look on this piece here and how it changes from just being a painted finish to lots of movement and really cool. Okay, so the tools that I need to make a coloured wax, most importantly, is clear wax. So I've got my Artisan clear wax here, and then I've got some different paints I will be using. So I'm going to do 3 different ones. I'm going to use tar as my base wax, so my main coloured wax, and then I will also use Urban Loft and Firefly to create some depth and highlights. So those are the most important. Then I have some baking paper. I like to do this on a flat surface, so baking paper or a plate work really well. Some sticks so I can stir and mix, trusty can opener. Then I've got my wax brush, so this will be my main wax brush. It's a natural bristle one. And then to create the kind of shadowing and highlights, I'm going to use the Stylemaster angled brush. I've got a couple of rags here. Always need to wax on and then wipe the excess wax off with a rag. And then I've just got a little bit of steel wool as well, if I need to pull anything back and kind of blend it all in. So the first wax I'm going to make is my main wax, and I will be brushing this all over. So that is using tar. So what I want to do is get out some clear wax and pop that onto my baking paper. So first up, some clear wax onto my paper. Just kind of guess it. You can store the wax in a jar to be used at a later date as well. I might open this up a bit. Yeah. Okay, so I've got my clear wax, and then I want to eyeball it, but I don't want this one to be super strong, so I'm going to do just under half paint to half wax. So we recommend, especially for your first one, to not do more than half paint, half wax, and you always just eyeball this. So stir my paint. As I said, this is tar, a lovely kind of mid-brown. And I'm just going to pop that on top, like so, and then mix. Now the reason we do this on a flat surface is if you did this in a bowl, you've got the potential to get marbling. And when you brush that on, it will end up being paint, not just wax. So stir it all in. It's quite warm today, so my wax is quite melted, so it'll mix in nice and easily. So there we have it, that simple. I have my coloured wax, so you can see here, and then I can use this like normal with my natural bristle brush, brush it on, and then I'll wipe the excess off with my rag. I've done my first coloured wax of tar all over, and then I've also applied my Urban Loft wax just to areas to create some more depth. So lastly, it's going to be the Firefly wax. So this is an orange. It's going to create some highlights, and then it'll tie nicely with some gilding wax. I'll just tilt the camera and I'll show you exactly how I do this. This one will be a bit stronger than normal. So as I said before, normally you do a 1-to-1 paint to wax mix. For the tar I went a little bit lighter, and for this I'm going to go a little bit stronger. As you can see, I have now finished this whole table. It's had its layers of tar, then urban loft, and then firefly coloured waxes. And then it's got a touch of Forgotten Gold Glide as well on the handle and around the top. A few little points when making your coloured wax. Remember to do it on a flat surface so you don't get it marbled. You can start off your base or first coat of wax does need to be a full wax, so a minimum of 1:1 paint to wax or a little bit more wax, and then you can make them a bit stronger after that. You can layer as many coloured waxes as you want, and you can really use them to create shadows and depth and highlights as we've done here. Always do it on a flat surface so you don't get any marbling, and then just wash your brushes like normal in warm water and a gentle soap. We really love using the Marseille olive soaps. If you have any questions with this though, please get in touch as we would love to help, and I will show you some full videos and close-ups of the whole table now.